Welcome to your strength training for core power. Find your way into an elbow plank. If you need to put the knees down, feel free to do that. Forearms are parallel, fingers strong, shoulders stacking over elbows. Press back through the heels, back through the tailbone. Lift the low belly to the low back and pull the armpit chest area forward. Long through the back of the neck. Nose points straight down. If you need to take a rest, come down into Sphinx pose, lift the heart, pull it forward, and then return to elbow plank. You can also do elbow plank with the knees down. And then lift up through the front body into the back body, and then inhale, pull the back body into the front body. So this would be a moving elbow plank, moving between elbow plank modified on the knees and into Sphinx. Or you can come into the full elbow plank, lifting the knees up, and then drop into Sphinx. Or as I said, you can rest from the elbow plank at any time by coming into Sphinx. So move or hold, it's up to you. To finish, be in Sphinx for a moment. Moving into elbow side plank, right arm down, left arm up, reaching to the sky, lifting the hips up to the sky on the inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. You can also do this in full plank. So right arm straight, left arm in the air, lowering and lifting the hips. You never quite lower the hips all the way, if possible. If you need to, that's okay. So 12 to 16 on each side. That's the aim. However, you can do as many as possible, which in the beginning might only be 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. The point is to keep practicing every day until you are able to do more. Some people find the elbow plank easier, especially on the shoulder. It's up to you if you prefer elbow plank or full side plank. But you should feel a lot of core work in the transverse abdominals here. And then moving on to our Supermans. So on your belly with your fingertips at the sides of the neck, keep the elbows high as you can, and inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Keep the legs together, tailbone long, toes pointing back. Keep lifting the belly in and up. And of course, you're working all the little muscles along the spine and a little bit through the arms and the shoulders, through the core, tightening the glutes so as to keep the low back spacious. Lots of work going on here in this Superman pose. It's a cobra variation or a locust variation. And again, aiming for 16, but just work your way up. And now we're coming into a little bear crawl. First, I'm just warming up by lifting the knees up and down a few times, just getting that action. And then moving forward and back using the opposite arm and leg. I found this to be quite challenging, but also very fun. Very good for the core, the legs, the arms, the shoulders. Also good for agility and coordination. Sometimes when we do our workouts, we don't think about agility. We want to also maintain any agility that we have as we age. it can keep you from getting hurt. If you do fall, you can fall in an agile way. It's good for your brain too, always, if you're coordinating the left and right sides. So again, you might just do one up, one back. If you can do more, then do more. And then come to stand, legs wide apart, and we'll do a dynamic side lunge. Keep one leg straight and sit into the opposite sit bone. Keep the outer edges of both feet wrapping into the mat, and try not to let the knee come forward. So I'm adding a little fancy move there. We'll try that again later, where you let the toe come up. But for now, let's stay with the outer edges of the feet wrapping into the mat, chest lifted. You will come forward a little bit as you move down, but try to resist that as much as you can. So again, lots of core work always, and not a lot of arm work here. Mostly we're in the glutes, the hamstrings, and the quadriceps. And it's good for your calves and ankles as well. And the famous 12 to 16 repetitions on both sides or more. This is the kind of toning where you can do a little bit more if you want to. But again, if 4 or 5 is enough for you, start there and slowly work your way up to more. And if you like, you can finish this sequence by coming into half garland pose, half malasana, sitting down deeply into one hip, other leg, the toes come up, bringing the hands into namaste hands. And then you can heel and toe the legs back together and prepare for lateral leg lift. Here you are working to keep that standing leg as still as possible. You can see my standing leg is moving a tiny bit. So just try to keep it as still as you can. Don't lift the other leg too high. You can do 4 or 5 and then switch to the other side. You can also switch back and forth from one side to the other if you find that easier in terms of maintaining your stamina. Or you can do several on one side and several on the other. Totally up to you how you want to do that. And you can see I'm working a lot harder to keep that other side still on the second side. And then coming into your goddess squats. So really externally rotate through the legs. Turn the balls of the feet back, spin the heels forward. And again, stay upright as you come down. That's an exhale, inhale, star, exhale, inhale. The more you hug the muscle to the bone on the arms, they can also get a little workout here. Just by resisting gravity, by moving, by having a liveliness in the arms. Good. And then you can take a little twist to one side to finish up. Should feel really good to do this at the end of that practice. Come up and release and keep your balance as you do that. And prepare for jumping jacks. These are done a little bit differently. You'll take the legs apart, arms apart, and jump in with the arms staying parallel to the floor through both the out and the in. You may not know this because it's rarely practiced in Western yoga classes, but in India and in other yoga traditions throughout Asia, people do a lot of jumping jacks. Being able to move quickly and get your cardiovascular system moving and maintain your cardio strength was considered to be very important and was always added in to the yoga practice. Next, reverse tabletop. You'll be pushing up and lowering down. The important thing here is on the lower down, bend the elbows back. So you'll feel a little bit more as you lower down in terms of the biceps, and then you'll feel a lot more as you push up in terms of your triceps. This is a famous exercise in many exercise modalities, and it is already naturally a part of the yoga practice. So as you can see, I am using yoga here, and then hold it for a while, for as long as you can, lifting the hips up, pressing the arms back, spinning the biceps forward. But as you can see, there are a lot of yoga moves in this workout, but they are a little tedious in the sense that they are done over and over again. Okay, reverse crunches. So lying on your back, arms are strong into the mat, shoulders into the mat. And you're just bringing the legs towards you on the exhale and lifting up the hips a bit. And this is a great exercise to prepare for shoulder stand. On the inhale, you lower down the legs just a little to get a little bit of core work there as well. And then when you're ready, feel free to come into a plow, interlace the fingers, really get the hips up, the toes down and back, shoulders out of the ears. And then if you like, you can come into a shoulder stand, which should feel really good at this point in your workout. So take a break, get that lymph moving, and then come down really using your core. So come back to the plow, keep the legs in close, lower down without letting the head or the neck come up, and then slowly lower the legs down. And take a little rest in constructive rest. And now we'll come into some bridge work. Arms are strong, so in both of the prep for shoulder stand and plow and in bridge, you can be working your arms. It's up to you how much you work them. Also, enliven the inner line of the leg, work the inner thigh, glutes of course, but keep the tailbone long, keep the knees moving away from you, and your whole core is working here as well. And then you can hold the posture for as long as you like, interlacing the fingers if you're able to keep the arms straight and long and in contact with the mat. Otherwise, just reach the arms towards the heels and press down. Bring the chest towards the chin. So you're lengthening through both the front body and the back body. Strengthening the back body, opening the front body here. And when you've done as many reps as you can, up to 16 or so, you can do more, but just make sure you're honoring your limitations. We'll finish with single leg, hanging leg stretch, actually is what I like to call it, but it's one leg at a time. So one leg reaches out in a way, the other leg pulls towards you, and then use your core strength to bring yourself up towards one leg while the other leg reaches away. Both legs are very active, core is very active, and arms also a little bit active. And then from here, you can simply rest. Feel free to do any other cool down exercises that you like, including a twist. I don't demonstrate that here, but I often will do a twist at the end of a practice. In this case, I'm simply resting in constructive rest. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you again soon. For many more of my yogic strength training videos and exclusive content that is not posted on my YouTube channel from the wisdom of yoga, Ayurveda, and other earth-based systems, check out my app, Rise with Regina. See you soon.